Today I'll be pushing the 10.3k trophies with my deck E-Golem, Boss Bandit, Witch, Electro Dragon. Let's go. I have 3 fire stories about cooking stories. Back in first year, right? I lived in this townhouse in the middle of nowhere, fuck-ass nowhere, and guess what? It was a student res. Usually student reses are next to the university, very close to the university. And that is true for every student res other than the one that I got. But the moral of the lesson is, I had to cook all my meals. Me and my friend, we had no choice but to cook all our meals. My friend was Josh. So I am a very interesting kind of cook, and there's a lot of interesting stories that came about. So the first story is the asparagus story. I was trying to make asparagus one day, like Chinese stir-fry style, right? And I was trying to achieve a really nice wok, but the problem is, at the dorm, we didn't have a gas stove. We had an electric stove. So what I did was, I still got the wok, I put oil in, and I heated the wok to be as hot as possible. This was kind of hard to achieve with an electric stove, but at the end, it heated up, right? And it started smoking. And it started smoking more. And it just kept smoking and smoking. But I didn't really realize it, right? I put in the asparagus and started stir-frying it, and this even produced more smoke. The smoke was so bad that it ended up setting off the fire alarm, but I didn't realize it because every time I cooked, I would set off the fire alarm. It was so bad that at some point, we actually had to disable our fire alarm in our dorm. But oh my god, at the end of the cooking session, right, this asparagus just would not cook. It would stay raw for the next 20 minutes, even though I was blasting it on high heat in a wok stir-frying it. But at the end, the asparagus cooked. It took about 20 to 30 minutes, and the entire living room was like a hot box. It was like a vape hot box. You could not see the walls because it was just smoky. It was just smoky everywhere. Oh my god, I think the alarm went off so long that like we just disabled it. And if you go upstairs into this townhouse, right, you could see smoke on the floor, like vapor on the floor. It was so bad. That is just one story. And I think the story sets the precedent of like what kind of dorm this was. We were college students, okay? I was just trying to make the best out of my situation. I was just fucking around. Story number 2. One time, me and Josh were cooking chicken. We would just bake chicken, put like 8 thighs on a baking tray, slather it with some sauce, barbecue sauce, seasoning, whatever, you know, the usual. But a few years prior, me and Josh went to Canada's Wonderland, and beside Canada's Wonderland, there was this pepper store. This pepper store sold all kind of pepper sauces, and out of all the hot sauces it sold, one hot sauce in particular was deemed the spiciest hot sauce. Oh, did it just miss the Pekka? Excuse me. We have a really good push going on. Out of all of the hot sauces that sold, there was this one hot sauce called The End, estimated to be like 1 million to 6 million Scovilles, and it was meant to be the hottest hot sauce available in the market. We got it anyways, right? And I would put a toothpick in the hot sauce, and boy, this shit was so bad. Like, it was genuinely terrible. Like, this hot sauce was so bad, but I just had this hot sauce at the dorm lying around, and we would dabble a little bit of this hot sauce into our chicken to add flavors, right? Oh my god, let's stash the Valkyrie back. But this one time when we were baking our chicken at the dorm, we put a little bit too much hot sauce. We put a toothpick of hot sauce into the chicken, and I didn't really notice it. So I was like, you know what, Josh? We need more. So I grabbed a chopstick, dipped it into the hot sauce, and then sent it into the chicken. I tasted the chicken, and still, I would not taste any hotness from it. The chicken was not spicy. And you know why it wasn't spicy? It's because I would put the hot sauce on one end of the chicken and taste the chicken on the other end. So it was like, no shit, Sherlock, it wasn't spicy. But you see, I didn't realize that at the moment. So I just kept dabbling on more hot sauce and more hot sauce until the entire chicken was coated in the hot sauce. And mind you, this was not some regular sriracha shit, okay? This was 6 million Scovilles. Probably worse than The End or the Last Dab from Hot Ones. Actually, wait, I tried the Last Dab from Hot Ones. That one's not that bad compared to the one we had. No, this one's definitely worse than the Last Dab. Yeah, like, anyways, that was the chicken we had. Come dinner time, me and Josh start eating the chicken. We were like, it's okay. 5 seconds later, holy shit, what's in this chicken, man? Like, why is it so spicy? Yeah, oh, yo, E-Golem. Yo, E-Golem clutch. I don't think I should have dashed that. We have 2 witches going on. This is nice. Yo, dash to the wizard. Okay, that was a bad move. Let's put a boss bandit here. Oh god, please, no. I think we might have lost this game. But Anyways, you could have predicted what happened. We ate the chicken and then we started dying. This kind of dying was unlike any other spice in my whole life. Like, I'm already not good with spice, but this spice was next level. I genuinely thought I was gonna perish. I thought I was gonna get hospitalized. The spice, after a certain point, spice doesn't just taste spicy, it's just painful. It feels like spikes, toothpicks poking on your tongue, poking on the roof of your mouth, poking at the back of your throat. So in hindsight, this probably wasn't the safest thing to do. So do not try this at home. But we just started dying. Cartoonishly, I started running around the house. So did Josh. Just yelling, it's so spicy. Yeah, that's the story. Moral of the lesson, don't fuck with like really hot sauce. You know what? You know what else I did when we bought the hot sauce? I fed it to all of my friends. I would just grab a toothpick, dip it in, and just have them taste it. And then I realized, amongst all my friends, I kind of suck with hot sauce. I'm the most sensitive to it, second most. So I don't know how that went. I don't know why I'm the one trying to dabble with like the spiciest hot sauces in the world when I'm like not good with it. Third and final story. Is there a third story? Oh, there's a third story. So sometimes when I'm cooking, I like to do a little experimentation, right? You're tired of like the regular recipes you find online. You're tired of the regular food you cook all the time. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna explore into the unknowns. I'm gonna go deep into the ocean and find out some recipes for myself. Me personally, I don't really believe in searching up recipes. I kind of believe in discovering recipes through your own experimentation. So one time, I was baking chicken again, and then I realized, what if I mixed every ingredient in my pantry and in my fridge with the chicken? So I grabbed a raw chicken drumstick, sent it into a wok, and then I noticed, what ingredients can I put in this? Gochujang, send it into the wok. Vinegar, send it into the wok. Soy sauce, vinegar. That's a 3 crown. What the heck? Soy sauce, vinegar, salt, sugar, pepper. Send it into the wok. So far, so sound, okay? Just regular ingredients that you could find in a chicken recipe. But then, I saw white chocolate pudding in the fridge. Then I got curious. White chocolate pudding, huh? Chicken drumstick. Whoop! Sent that shit right in. This is a dark goblin. And then I looked into the pantry and I saw Chips Ahoy. Chips Ahoy. Chicken. They both start with CH. Send that in. So I tossed it in. Chocolate pudding, sent it in. Chips Ahoy, sent it in. I saw a stale piece of white bread, I sent it in. And then I just mixed it with water. And this final product just ended up being chocolate chicken mixed with the most grotesque combination of ingredients. Ingredients that you would, it was like a result, it was like the final result of a how to basic video. But anyways. Oh God. Yo, this guy is putting so much effort to save his Dark Elf. I'm just gonna arrow that, dude. I cannot deal with it. Our boss man is still alive. It's gonna get a dash. No, it's not. No, it's not. This guy's a good player. Okay, I'll admit it. This guy's a good player. Also, we're all back to 10.2k trophies. Now, what happened to the dish? The final dish arrived. A piece of chocolate chicken mixed in with forbidden ingredients. I fed it to all my roommates, and they vomited. They didn't vomit. They just didn't eat it. But then I ate it because, you know, the chefs got to eat their own food. And it was gross. Yep. Don't do that. Just don't do that. There's a few other instances where I was just like making whatever. So one time I was trying to make congee. And in Chinese, there's this congee called pidan shouroujiu, which is just preserved egg and pork slices, right? But with my congee, I tried to make it in a rice cooker and I didn't put enough water. And also, when I was prepping my preserved eggs, I just decided to not peel it. So I just tossed the egg in with some rice and water, in with some raw pork, boom. And I didn't put enough water. So the final result was just like a bowl of like wet rice instead of congee with just an entire eggshell inside. It ended up being kind of fire, low key. Yo, like, I don't know, man. Did I just arrow nothing? I arrowed nothing, but then the Dark Goblin walked into it, so we good. Okay, well, that's that. I recently had a final, and I failed really, really bad. And I have a final in 4 days, so I really gotta like lock in for that. I gotta study for that. I spent the whole day studying, and I think I'm just gonna take a break now. After I record this video, I'm just gonna go straight to sleep. Wake up tomorrow, grind out another full day of studying. I still have 4 days until this final. It's it's real analysis. So I think I'll be fine. I don't know. It really depends on how seriously I took it. When I first failed my finals, you can imagine how well it went, failing the first final. You know, parents are mad. Yeah. Don't you guys love it whenever you succeed, you don't really get a lot of positive affirmation from the world. The world's just kind of like no reaction. But when you fail, now everyone's on your ass. Oh, you can't do this, you can't do that, you're fucking like retarded. Like, don't you love that? Skeletons here. And Eagle here. Is Valkyrie surviving? No, it's not. Oh, that was a beautiful defend. That was a beautiful defend. Let's win this game. But I don't know. I just failed an exam, so obviously it's kind of an emotional time, you know, for my parents. But it is what it is. I think I ran out of things to yap. I watched the Chainsaw. I do have something to yap about. I don't know why I picked up the camera. I watched the Chainsaw Man movie for the 3rd time, actually. 1 time with Chelsea, 2nd time with another group of friends, and 3rd time by myself on that computer. It was so nice. Get the fuck that dog goblin. Yo, dash. Yo, dash. Oh, that's beautiful. But yeah, I watched the Chainsaw Man movie for the 3rd time, and I fucking love it so much, man. No words can describe how much I love it. I could go into a film analysis about it, but I love Reze's personality. I love their character design. And the whole story was just so good. Every minute of the movie made sense. Usually when I watch a movie, I feel bored at some points. I feel like some scenes are like redundant. Some scenes don't need to be there. But no, for the Chainsaw Man Reze arc movie, every scene had its purpose. It was just so good. Words cannot describe how much I enjoyed it. My favorite scene was near the end when Reze in her bomb form was attacking Denji, right? And in her final form, oh god. In her final form, she exploded these rainbow clouds. And I don't know. The entire time, like, Reze and Denji were fighting, it looked like a dance. You know, I used to think that, like, Reze was pretending to like Denji before revealing herself, right? But then I realized, no. Like, Reze actually likes Denji. But, like, not just pretending to like Denji or like on a down low. She liked Denji during their fights. Like, during their fighting scenes, to me, it didn't seem like fighting. It seemed like a ballet dance. It was so romantic, man. And I don't know, it's just so poetic how, like, at the end of the scene, when Denji just chained her underwater, she just gave up. I feel like she could have fought, but she was just admitting defeat. I don't know, something about it was just like, it was beautiful. And I think we're gonna win this game. Oh, I love that show so much. It changed my life in more ways than I can say, but, like, I'm not a film critic. I can't really analyze it. Oh, man. Man, I love that movie so much. I would watch it a 4th time. There's so many of the scenes are so nice. If you watch it, if you know, you know. If you know, you know. If you haven't watched it, watch it right now. If you know, you know. Okay, well, we win this game. Goodbye, guys. I really hope I can keep filming videos in the future. If not, then that'd be a shame. But, yeah, I'm gonna move away from the storm soon. I'm gonna be really sad. Man. Man. Every time a school term ends, it's so sour because I move dorms every 4 months. So it's like, once I move out of this place, this is just gonna be a relic of the memory. But at least I'm getting this on the video. Okay. Good luck to future me on the exam. I like Chainsaw Man movie. Cacti 7. Bye-bye. University, but no, is my brain just empty? This would be really embarrassing if I left this in. Whatever. You know what? Being a YouTuber is about the failures. We leave this in. Okay.